What's up, boys? I'm in Randers at Dronningborg Disc Golf Course. It's a nice course. It's an old course. I've been doing some warm-up shots here in this nice field, and today I'm just gonna tackle the course. I'll try to shoot for 5 under par, which will bring me into the top 10 of all-time best scores out here. I think the best recorded score on U-Disc is 9 under. I don't think we're getting that today, but we might get close. They're doing some building and stuff right now, so at the moment there's only 16 holes. Those are the 16 holes we will play, so follow along to hole 1. I think this is one of the oldest courses in all of Denmark. We got some nice tee signs. There's 3 layouts: white, yellow, red, different difficulties. Hole 1 is over by the truck. I'm gonna try to flex my PD2 Skystone there. Actually, this is the worst disc in the world. You can see that video right here. It's gonna be a long putt, very long putt. But it's a long hole. Did not expect to get it. We're outside circle 2, so probably 25 meters, a little more maybe. Length was good, but because of the sun, I could not see what it went at all. Hopefully you could. That is a par on the first one. It's okay. It's a long carry to get to those 140 meters on the first hole. So let's hope we get better from here. Hole number 2 is an open field, par 4. We got 175 meters, and it's a perfect opportunity to try out a roller. So I'm aim a lot left to not roll into the woods. Well, I went so much left, but it should open up the approach shot from there, because I do not have to contend with the woods. Let's go have a look. Not the worst possible spot we could end up. We got an approach from here. So I actually played the yellow layout on this course quite a lot. I have never played the white layout, so it will be a fun switch up of things. I feel like the forehand height is just the perfect one. But now that I got a rangefinder, let's use it. It says 90 meters. Actually, you can get these at disc3.dk. Very nice MVP rangefinder. Just works well. The distance makes me question my choices, so I think I'll go with my method. Just a little high, so straight at it. Man, am I the smooth operator? So I have been practicing one thing about my disc golf game. All my life, I've always wanted to throw as hard as I could on every shot possible. But as you saw right there, I try to slow down things, throw a little smoother, hopefully to increase accuracy. Right there, it was a good example of when it did increase my accuracy. Sometimes it makes it a lot worse, where I just go smooth and early release. Whoop. Well, let's take this birdie, move on to hole 3. Left side, baby. What a bad putt to start. But it went in. Imagine if all the putts you thought were bad did not go in the basket. Then I would have made a lot less putts and won a lot less tournaments. That's for sure. So we found ourselves at hole 3. It's another par 4. The basket is tucked behind that tree line you see down there, just to the right of it. So game plan here, throw a big hyzer over to the left and then approach. So I found the red tees. I think that's a good place to be. Nothing wrong with the shot I just threw. Probably around 150 meters. Now we have a little forehand hyzer left. I do this thing when I have to throw forehand hyzers up in the air and I lean back. I release them on a little anhyzer, and I have to stop doing that because sometimes it's costing me a lot of strokes. I'd like to just, throw a hyzer forehand. Let me actually try it. Even though I slipped a little, was a lot better. It came out on hyzer, flipped up a little, route straight to the basket. Let me check. I think we're just outside the circle. Yes, sir, we got 11 meters. One thing I do say when you get an out of the circle call is that you gotta make use of it. I did not make use of it this time. This is a weird hole from the white tee. You got yourself a hill right in front of the tee pad. So one thing you gotta make sure of here is that you use the full 3 meters of the tee pad. So I can go like this. So I can actually brace all the way down here if I want to, making it a bit easier to throw this amount of uphill. I think we'll go with my overstable in me. Bro, a grip lock that's so hard. I don't know what to do here. This is a scrambled situation. So I'll land it right here, and I think there's actually space for the out and around shot. Or I can go up the middle. Or I can throw a forehand roller out to the left. To be honest, that's probably my best bet, the roller. So watch and learn. I don't know why, but I'm so good at that throw. Probably because I'm in a lot of trouble. Whee! I don't know why, man. It just feels so much like spring today. And then I saw these soon to be flowers. I don't know what these are called, but one day they'll turn into beautiful lilies. So we got ourselves a tall shot and a half, 78 meters, but I think there's actually a forehand line available. And I think that I'll try to take it. Just have to hit my Draco here flat and let it just go. Did somebody make a disc golf green out here? I'm so confused because somebody has been crossing this one over and riding 6, even though I think this is hole 5. So if I at some point find hole 4, you'll get it. But I haven't seen it yet. nah, fam. It looked just how I wanted to throw it, but there was a stump. And the not so fun thing about stumps is that they don't move if you hit them. To defend the stump, it was there when I started. Now let's use the stump for our bag. So I did check your disc. We did not miss a single hole. Somebody's just been having a little too much fun with the marker. But we got a circle 2 ball right here. Let's put this one to count. Woo! Why did I not throw that high enough? So fun when I circle 2 putt, my body just gets like, ah, is it going in? That's why I'm jumping so much. Randers Disc Golf Club. Click here. We got a beautiful woodsy hole more. It says 80 meters, and I think it's calling for the silicon from Lift Discs. Lift are making discs that fly further with the same amount of power because they got these rounded edges. Wow. But sometimes it makes you release them because they got rounded edges. So it's not mandatory that we get a lot of strokes early on because there's a lot of par 4s coming and often they're easier to get a birdie on. So even though we're getting a lot of power here in the start, it's not the end of the world. But I would like to get this one up and down. I might be honest with you. Sounded like a smooth landing, meaning that we have a circle 1 putt to just not make it another bogey yet. Nice little bush we got ourselves into. Get out of my way. So we're still clean. Keep it clean. One thing I've always said is if you keep it clean, the birdies will come. Because how many times haven't you come back at the clubhouse after a decent round thinking to yourself, if I just had not taken 7 bogeys, if I just did not make that triple bogey on hole 7. So remember guys, if you keep it clean, every birdie you get counts downwards. Meaning if I keep it clean today, I only have to get 5 birdies. And that should actually be doable even though I haven't played this layout before. So hole 7 here actually changes character from yellow to white tee because from the yellow tee you can just throw a backhand hyzer, but from here there is this in the way. You can throw a big flex if you're really wanting to throw a backhand, or you can throw a big forehand out and around. And I'm in the mood for that because the sun is in my eye. Forehand T3 will do the job. I'll be aiming for that slanted light pole down there and hopefully it'll fade in. I threw that so flat. I was expecting it to have a little turn because I always give that little turn I showed you before. But that was actually a very nice throw. So I actually made it a lot closer than I was thinking from off the tee. We pin high, having this circle 2 putt. My hopes are still high that we will one day hit one of those. Also, my hopes are high that we'll hit one today. Come on now. I lost that out of my hand. It gives me just another par. this is actually a very fun hole from here. It's 96 meters. They created a mando pole in the middle of the field, so I have to go left, right, back. And I got this FD3, and I'll tell you one thing: it does not fly like an FD3. Let me show you. And I promise you, I haven't been doing any bending or stuff like that. Just flies different. I am throwing a lot of beautiful shots that just miss that little magic in the end. Once again, right at 11 meters. Come on, this is the one. There we got it. Come on. It's just that feeling you get when you hit a putt like that. You're like, I should actually not get this birdie. And then you just pull out the magic, put it in the chains. You have to say, Free! That is one thing I will say. We as a disc golf community does not celebrate enough. I think when you do something cool, you should be allowed, or you are allowed, to celebrate it. So if you hit a great putt, you have to be nice to others in the course, of course. But you can do like the knee slide, footballers. Yeah! Hole 9, 71 meter, tight tunnel. We'll go with Suey. I found a sneaky gap. So this video turned into a circle 2 completion, because we got another one. I just have to remember the feel. Yes, sir. Nah, man, had to do it. So I guess this is the new hole 10. It's the same tee for red, white, and yellow. It probably is one of the easiest holes on the course. It just looks like a big forehand hyzer. Let me show you. And that should be circle 1. We'll be in for our third birdie. Circle 1 putt finally. Oh, beer! Carlsberg. Probably the best beer in the world. Remember, guys, drink responsibly. Double Mando! I don't know if you hear this. There's a lot of water in this grass. The tee sign is claiming 101 meters, and I think we trust the tee signs. So I'll just take my PD2. I know it's a little much, and then throw it a little on the right, let it fade in. That is so short, but I just couldn't seem to brace on this. I don't want to fall. I don't know if I thought I was Simonless Sut, but that Scarstone went nowhere. And now is the time. You already guessed it. We have another circle 2 putt. Keep missing them left. Maybe it's because I got new putters from this street at DK. It's always good to get new putters. So if you are in need of some new putters, just go there and they'll have them in store, I promise. This hole is just a big downhill hole. It's a par 4, so basket is a long way down there. I think I'll just throw my favorite distance driver, the coming Heimberg, just roll flat, let it turn a little, come back in the end. Sit down, yes sir. Then just a hyzer to the pin from there, and we're hopefully looking at another birdie. This is a good spot for you. The basket is down by that huge water pole. I don't know how far there is, but I think this FD3 will be good enough for the job. So it said splash, but the water is casual. So the big troublesome will be if we're able to see the disc in the water and get it out of there. I think I see something green down there. So this water was not that big of a problem, it seems. We have another circle 2 putt. I mean, on a different day, where I just threw my shots a little bit further, I could be a lot on the par right now. Well, that's another par from another circle 2 putt. So the fact that we got no tee pads here is kind of troublesome this time of year, because there's a lot of water, making it a bit tougher to throw full power shot. And your footwear just gets wet, and it's annoying. I'm sure it's not the club's fault. Probably something along the lines of missing permission from the governing body of this area, but it's what it is. Now I found myself on hole 13, another tunnel shot, a bit wider than the last one we were at, a little longer, so I'll go with my shadow stone. I was so close to the left side all the way. I was like trying to cut in new fairway, but in the end we ended up right beside the bucket. Disc is just a cheat code. C-line method, boys and girls. If you can get one, get one. This is hole 14. It's another par 4. You have to go down there and to the left. I think it's around 170 meters. So first things first, you want to hit that gap down there. That's perfect. Don't roll away, son. It's very hard to have a park job on this hole because how do you land on this construction? Actually, you should land on the backside because it's in, and I might be wrong, but I think that's another birdie. We're getting closer to the end. 2 holes left. First one here, hole 15. Just a big forehand. And I think if I kind of throw this, can Hamburg destroy a flat, should get to the left in the end. With a big emphasis on should. So I decided to throw kind of a hyzer instead. And I'm not quite sure that I have power enough to do it like that. So I find it super interesting that I had this much power. Maybe we did have a tailwind. I don't know. Usually I do not throw 100-meter hyzer forehands. I often just throw more like 100-meter flat forehands. And I know it's a little short, but I'm still kind of surprised. Let's put this in. What a birdie to get. What a birdie. Was not expecting that after that throw. Good putt. Good throw. Look at that tee pad. Fine dirt. Oh yes. And the last hole. I think I'll take some casual relief from this dirt. Throw some right here. Yeah, so it's just sitting up on that hill. I should actually try to land it there flat, shouldn't I? I think I'll take the mutant. Just throw highs actually. That's a good stick actually. Maybe we can get to 7 under. Ending off with a birdie. I would actually just go look if we can play the old hole 18. So they put down one of the more fun holes where you stood up on a hill and the basket was surrounded by a tree construction. They took that down because they're building a kindergarten. I think that's a German word. I actually don't know. They're building a place for children where they go while their parents are at work before they go to school. What's that called in English? I don't know. Help me in the comments, please. And the old hole 18 is somewhat on a construction ground, but we'll go look at it. So the basket is still in the ground, and I think I'll play some sort of safari golf. This is where the tee pad was located, so I'll just go big flex with my PD2. It's not illegal to throw discs in nature, so this is not illegal either, I think. If it is, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do anything illegal. Some trees in the end. It needed a little more flex. I liked that hole a lot when it was here because you had to throw that flex shot between the trees. And I still like the throw. But as we walk up this fairway, I will say thank you so much for watching. This new video is coming out next week. Also, remember to like and subscribe. And we will try to get this one up and down for par. Or in for birdie? Nah. So you saw it. It's parked. I'll see you. Bye.